Hello everyone, hope you're all having a wonderful day. And today guys, I'm going to be telling you how you can farm Forgotten Souls effectively inside of Season 2. Now, a lot of people have speculated online that the Forgotten Souls are so forgotten that even Blizzard has forgot to put them in the game. Why this is kind of true, I would like to fill everybody in right now. I'm pretty sure it is rumored that there is a bug inside of Season 2 that is not giving us Forgotten Souls when we salvage legendaries. If you guys remember in Season 1 when we salvaged legendaries, we had about a 10% chance to get Forgotten Souls, a 1 in 10 chance every 10 legendaries that you salvage. You're most likely to see one Forgotten Soul. Maybe a little bit more if RNGesus is shining its holy light on you, but more than likely you're probably going to get one Forgotten Soul per 10 legendaries salvaged. In Season 2, this doesn't seem to be the case. I've salvaged a lot of legendaries. I don't think I've seen one Forgotten Soul at all. I'm not sure if this is a proposed change or if this is a bug. If there's going to be a patch in the next couple of weeks, we'll just have to wait and see. Again, it could just be Blizzard's friggin' spaghetti coding and it just isn't giving us Forgotten Souls when we're supposed to be getting Forgotten Souls. I don't know. Unfortunately, I ain't Steve in IT, so you're going to have to direct your questions elsewhere. But if they do get around to patching this, I'm sure Season 2 will start feeling a hell of a lot smoother for everybody, because it is quite tedious to get Forgotten Souls inside of Season 2 at the moment. You can get a decent amount, but the fact that Helltide's only up for an hour and it's down for an hour, it does time gate a lot of people out of progression, and it would just be better if we got it from salvaging legendary items like in Season 1. But I know there's still a lot of people saying that they can't seem to get any Forgotten Souls from Helltides, they don't exist. And of course you've got some kid replying to that guy's comment on like Twitter or Reddit kind of saying, "Oh, but bro, I've got like 250 souls in one run of Helltide. I don't know what the problem is, maybe you should just get good." Instead of offering any actual advice on how you can actually get more Forgotten Souls. I find that hilarious, this internet elitism, but what do you do? I do think because we were getting them while we were salvaging legendaries, we have kind of forgotten where Forgotten Souls actually come from. I know I did. I actually had to take a trip down memory lane, boys. I had to get the old noodle working again and remember where the hell you actually get Forgotten Souls from, because I noticed that I wasn't getting many at all when I didn't have this issue in Season 1. And a lot has changed in Season 2 with regards to the Helltide Zone, so hopefully I can provide you guys with the information to help you get more Forgotten Souls until we at least get a patch that fixes the salvaging thing, and then we just won't have this issue or conversation again. Now, previously when we were doing Helltide inside of Season 1, we were going from event to event to event, clearing them all out, getting the cinders, going to the mystery chest, dumping all the cinders in there, getting our loot, elixirs, Forgotten Souls, Fiend Roses, everything that way. So that's what we were doing before. Now we no longer need to do that. It's actually probably better not to go from event to event to event and instead clear out all the mobs. Go from mob to mob to mob. And the reason I say that is when you explore the overworld inside the Helltide Zone, instead of just beelining from event to event to event, there's things to look out for that can net you a lot of Forgotten Souls. The Hellbringers, the elite symbols that spawn on the map, they can usually be looking for the big red circles on the ground with the cultists around it. They can summon the Hellbringers. Also, when the meteorites drop on the ground, they will also sometimes spawn Hellbringers. These guys do drop Forgotten Souls. Not all the time, but they can drop Forgotten Souls. You also want to keep an eye out for the Screaming Hell Ore Veins. They're quite hard to find at the moment. I think that might be because people are trying to like find them and get Forgotten Souls for themselves. But if you do check the Screaming Hell Ore Vein, you like pop it open, it will give you like ore and also Forgotten Souls. And then also if you're game enough, you can also take on the insect boss inside of the Helltide Zone. Killing that insect boss, I'm sorry, I'm blanking on the name, he will also drop Forgotten Souls and Fiend Roses as well as a whole bunch of cinders. This is why I think it is better now to not run from event to event to event. You can still do the events. I'm not saying like don't do the event. Some of the events are absolutely fantastic for getting cinders, which you then can spend on the living steel chest. We'll get to that in a minute. But then there's also, I think, the boss events where they, do the portals that spawns the boss. I think the one where you take all the tornado, the guys out summoning the tornado, I think that spawns a boss. I'm pretty sure when you kill the boss, they also drop Forgotten Souls as well. So those are really good events to do. But other than that, it is probably better just to go from mob to mob to mob, because you are going to run into maybe Screaming Hell Ore Veins, which you otherwise wouldn't if you're just going from event to event, because everyone else is going to be on the same path. And then also Hellbringers are just going to spawn randomly out inside the Helltide zone, killing them is just really easy, and you're going to get Forgotten Souls that way as well. And then also previously when you were collecting cinders, you're going to the mystery chest because, you know, mystery chest is all we knew. You put cinders in there, you get your loot, your elixirs, all the good stuff, your Forgotten Souls, Fiend Roses, yada yada yada. In Season 2, it's a little different now. If you do want to farm Forgotten Souls purely, you're better off going for the Living Steel chest. Now, they do require a few more cinders to actually open, 50 more than the mystery chest, so mystery chest is 250. The new Living Steel chest is 300. But when you do open the Living Steel chest, you are going to net yourself with more Forgotten Souls. These chests do not drop any loot. It's only elixirs, boss materials, Forgotten Souls, and Fiend Roses. So if you are someone that wants to farm more Forgotten Souls, it is going to be way better to run through the mobs, clear out any Hellbringer you see, look for any Screaming Hell or Vein thing, kill the insect boss if you want to. That is a little bit time consuming depending on how good your build is, but if you have got a really good build, absolutely nuke that son of a bitch. And then also, instead of dumping your cinders into the mystery chest, if you want Forgotten Souls, and also you need the boss materials if you want to go farm Jurul and all that kind of stuff, you're going to want to dump your cinders in the Living Steel chest. Now, they are a little bit more pricey, but there is enough mob density. As long as you got a decent enough build, you should have no issue with getting like 1,000 cinders plus in one whole hour of Helltide. And then another little secret tip for everybody. When you go onto Helltide.com, it sucks that we have to use a third-party software to make Helltide good. I don't know why they just don't show the mystery chest. It's not like it's a secret to anyone. We just use a website to do it anyway. But if you do look on Helltide.com, if you go on Helltide.com, as soon as the Helltide starts, you will notice somewhere on the page, I think it's at the bottom or the top, I can't remember now, it does have a timer on when the chests inside the Helltide zone will reset. Now, the chests I'm talking about are the mystery chest and also the Living Steel chest. So you can get two or three, depending on how many have actually already spawned as soon as the Helltide starts. You can get at least 2 of the Living Steel chest in the first 30 minutes. They will reset in the next 30 minutes, and you might have 2 or 3 more of the Living Steel, or even the mystery chest if you're going that route, to actually go for. So in total, for one whole hour of Helltide, you should be able to get 4, maybe 5 Living Steel chests, which is going to net you a lot of Forgotten Souls. And then if you also add on top of you killing out all the other stuff that I've told you to also get Forgotten Souls, you should be able to get anywhere between 60 and 80 Forgotten Souls in about an hour, give and take, depends on how good your build is, how efficient you're actually being, and also a little bit of RNG. The Hellbringers don't always drop Forgotten Souls. They can just drop fucking Fiend Roses. It's so annoying. Either way, as long as you have like a semi-decent build, there should be no reason you can't get 60 to 80 Forgotten Souls inside of the Helltide within 1 hour, especially if you use all the methods I just mentioned. And as long as you're going for the Living Steel chest and you're able to get the first 2 or 3 in the first 30 minutes, and you're able to capitalize on getting the other 2 or 3 in the last 30 minutes of the Helltide, there should be absolutely no reason you have an issue with getting Forgotten Souls. Now, I am still hoping, I'm crossing my fingers and my toes, that they do just patch the salvaging bug that we're having at the moment, where we're not getting any Forgotten Souls from salvaging legendaries. I know we had that in Season 1, so I can't see why they wouldn't just add it in Season 2. It just made the game flow so well. Like I actually forgot about the Forgotten Souls because we were just getting so many. It was just, you didn't have to worry about it. And that is just a much better way to conduct business here. No one wants to be time gated. Not everybody is going to be on when Helltides are active. And even then, I can completely understand when you forget that a Helltide is active because you're running Nightmare Dungeons or doing bossing or even just doing Blood Harvest, which is 1,000,000 times better than the Helltide right now. There's plenty of reasons why you can forget that Helltides is going on, even if you are online when the Helltides is active. So I think we should just have more ways to give ourselves Forgotten Souls, even if it's with salvaging, even if they increase the rate in Helltide, whatever they choose to do. I do feel like something does need to be done, but as long as you do all the methods I did mention inside a Helltide zone, you shouldn't have too much issue on getting 60 to 80 Forgotten Souls, so you can just upgrade your gear and not feel like you're bottlenecking your progress. And that is basically it from me, guys. Hopefully this video did help you out. Hopefully I haven't forgotten anything. I think I did manage to cover everything there is to know about the Helltides now in Season 2, especially if you are trying to farm Forgotten Souls. Appreciate all the love and support as always, guys, and until next time, stay safe, peace out.